too, but like Spider-Man, the ending was like the last bit of Spider-Man was the best part of it.
What with Doctor Ock?
Badass boss fights.
Yeah,
I saw that part.
Yo,
It
can
looked
we all
pretty
agree
cool.
that Uncharted
yeah,
4's last boss fucking fight was garbage?
Oh,
Can
yeah.
we finally fucking agree to that?
No, here's why.
God damn it, Silver!
Here's
Come on, it's quick
Here's
time,
why.
bro. Shit.
here's why. Because it set him up to do it right in the Last of Us Part 2.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Mhm.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
why
even
Uncharted 2
remember.
will always be the GOAT, bro. Uncharted 2 had the boss, the best ending boss battle, best multiplayer, best story.
Oh yeah, the multiplayer in 2 will never be fucking topped.
No, I
I
think
thought they were
Will
all
never
like
be
kind of
fucking
the same.
topped.
Like they
2
were
is
all
so
around the
good.
same.
2
Oh
is
no,
so
they're definitely
good.
not. Dude, Uncharted 3, the last boss battle for Uncharted 3 was freaking terrible.
I mean,
Uncharted 2, you're fighting Lazarevich in the
it was
middle of
okay.
the and he's like screaming out your name while throwing grenades at you, and he's like immortal and shit. Like that is a badass battle, dude. Um, yeah, Uncharted 3, I forgot. I don't even remember the boss. You're fighting like a bunch of blue dudes in the middle of the freaking jungle somewhere, and then you
Oh,
go
like
on a
two
yeah.
got kind of crazy. Like people forget that two was like had a lot of supernatural stuff that was a little like it didn't. It seemed a little odd. Like it seemed a little off. Like from the rest of the game. But like three was all about that shit. But like it owned it. Like I don't know. Two like some of the shit. It seemed all over the place, kind of for me.
I like
I don't know.
the best.
Which one do you like the best?
The Lost Legacy.
Yes, yes,
I love that game.
yes. I agree. I
No.
agree. I agree 100%. Fucking Lost Legacy was amazing. Like that, man.
I'm the
That
odd one out.
dude. No, dude. Fuck that
I'm
shit.
gonna
The bond between fucking Chloe and Nadine was fucking perfect. Like it was just
I'm gonna be
perfect.
that guy. I'm gonna be the contrarian.
Oh
I
god.
actually think I enjoyed four the most.
I love them all, but like
Yeah,
out of
that's
the
not too bad.
Four is
They're all
okay.
about
Four is
Yeah.
okay. Four is
As long
not
as you're
bad.
not saying 3, bro. Uncharted 3 has to be. It's a tie between 3 and 1 for the not a tie, but Uncharted 1 and Uncharted 3 are probably the worst out of the series.
Yeah, two. Like even though I was like way late to getting around to that game, I see why that a lot of people like look at two as being like the foundation of what made Uncharted to begin with.
It's the
It's
GOAT.
definitely I definitely see that there.
It's,
Yeah, for sure,
it's the best, bro.
for sure. Four
Yeah.
was okay. I just think they could have done away with like the past shit
Dude,
with like the
even,
brothers and shit like in the orphanages. Like that's cool and all, but I don't really
yeah,
care to have to play a segment in that. But whatever.
yeah.
The last boss in two wasn't very good though.
Lazarevich was great. What are you talking about?
Oh boy.
And the Shambhala shit.
Lazarevich, when he's like chasing you down, he's like throwing mad grenades at you, and you have to like jump throughout the shit and kill him, and like stop him from drinking the
Man, you
water to
could
become
cheese
immortal.
them. Shit. I think
Yeah,
they cheesed.
because Uncharted.
I didn't think it was that great.
What was Uncharted? What was Uncharted 4's ending? Yeah, you do a sword fight.
Yeah,
Hell no.
that was nothing
Uncharted,
special.
That's what
Uncharted
I'm
2,
saying. That's
Uncharted
what I'm
2 and
saying.
Lazarevich
That fight was
felt,
garbage.
yeah,
Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like,
yeah.
they could have ended
I
Uncharted 4 with a way better boss fight than that. Come on, dude. Like, you had a wicked build up.
I'll give
You had
you
a
that.
wicked fucking build
Yeah.
up, and you end on a
Well,
fucking whimper.
well,
That was pretty
it
bad.
looked really nice, though. I'll tell you that much. But I
Right.
mean, when you have just like two characters in a room with like you don't have that much to really concentrate on. But yeah, the ending boss battle in two of Lazarevich is way better, dude. You're like running, jumping off of limbs, like that motherfucker will
I think
sneak up on you. He has like control of like I forgot what he starts throwing at you, but like yeah,
the thing I liked about four was that I liked the different settings and stuff. Like took you to interesting different settings, and you could like explore an island and stuff.
yeah,
Go around on a boat. I don't know. It was just like different.
What 4 fucked up on was the all the forced walking and the throwback scene. They like dragged out way too long.
Oh
I
no,
forgot
no,
about all
no,
that.
no,
I
no!
can
Don't
see
do
that.
that!
I hate that in games.
Don't do
I
that!
forgot about all that
Don't
shit.
do that! Because you're the same guy that I was like, yo, Uncharted 3, when you're in the middle of the desert walking around for 5 minutes is bullshit. You're like, no, well,
I
the
love that
art
part.
style is good, and now you want to talk about forced walking?
Yeah, because the third was cool. It didn't overstay its welcome. Like if you played like, on the replay, like if you replay these games, like even The Last of Us Part 2 does that. Like the first one never bothered me. Last of Us Part 1 for some reason, because I don't think it overstayed its welcome. But like when you're forced walking, sometimes it does it right. Like 4 and 2, they do it a lot to where the replay value sucks. Like it's fun. Like you can play 1, 2, 3 Lost Legacy back to back to back, and none of that ever feels forced and it overstays its welcome. But with Uncharted 4 and Last of Us Part 2, there's parts of it that are just like, oh, I don't want to do this part again.
I'll tell you what
I get what
overstayed
he's
its
saying there.
welcome
Yeah,
in Lost.
I get what he's saying there. Yeah.
I'll tell you what overstayed its welcome in Lost Legacy. The big open world area that you have to go through before the story continues. Yeah, that overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, that's the worst part of that
Yeah.
particular. But it's still fun though. Like you still do.
Overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, it's just the drag that you have to like go through like a semi-open world to get to that next epic part in the story. You know what I
They
mean?
should really stop doing that. Just make it linear, bro. You know what I mean? Stop doing these, and it's padding. It's just padding. It's just, hey, we're gonna sit you here.
So you can do that, but make the areas interesting to explore. Like fill them with cool shit going on. Like there's actually some fucking dudes
Right.
doing shit or something to fucking some crazy scene to see or some crazy like
Red Dead 2 does some wicked shit like that. Like Red Dead 2, you come across wicked stuff. Like you'll come across like a hat, a cool hat behind a fucking waterfall out in the middle of nowhere that you like, oh dude, I love this hat. And then or like a cool gun or like cool storyline. Like there's a lot of cool shit or the aliens or Bigfoot or whatever.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, Red Dead, but I tell you who does it the best that I've ever
Yo,
seen.
I fucking
What?
randomly went like to
What?
I can't remember anymore. Like I saw some dude.
Yeah, we're here.
I, like, picked
Hello?
him up.
Can you hear us?
I think they all died.
No, we're right here.
Hello?
Yep. Yeah, we're here.
I guess it's better. It's better to turn my camera off. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Okay.
And plus,
Okay,
you sound a lot more cleaner too with the camera off too.
The best game as far as like exploring was Assassin's Creed Origins. Dude, that game has some wicked shit in it. Like
It was alright. I explored a lot in the game.
there's an entire like side quest that you just have to figure out like through clues that are in the map. Like it's crazy. Like that game is wicked. And like if you wander in the desert too long and you start to hallucinate and shit, it's fucking crazy. That game is badass.
I wandered the desert a lot in that game. In Red Dead though, I had some fucking crazy interactions where like
Oh yeah, so did I. So did I.
with some random NPCs, like where they do the weirdest shit, and then you like take him to the doctor, wait for him to like cut his hand off and shit. Like, how did I end up going through that? Just some random NPC. I didn't even like. It wasn't even a quest or anything.
Yeah,
Just
that
something I took to the doctor.
or like or you eat dinner with them and they like all of a sudden you get drugged and you lose all your clothes and all your money and like they stole all
Yeah,
your
that's just like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fucking throwback Easter egg right there for that quest or that moment that you come across. Yeah, and that's
it's
like
so good.
Yeah, like when they built Red Dead 2, man, like minus its flaws that the game had, and believe me, there's probably still present for like to this day on like for that game. But regardless of that, though, like it did some pretty interesting shit. Like as far as like the engine and the technology that they were using behind that game, like literally every day, like the NPCs would act differently to each other every single day. Like it's weird.
That and like the animals would wreck you randomly. Like
oh yeah.
Like or like you'll be trotting along and get clotheslined by a sign you didn't see. Like just a bunch of funny shit would happen. Like that game was hilarious.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty level in that.
Oh
way.
yeah.
Like my horse, I got into a gunfight and my horse fell off the mountain and like got stuck on a ledge and like that game was like you're tied to your horse And so, dude, it took me hours to try to get that stupid horse back. And I finally got there, and then I fall off and killed him. I was like, God,
No.
just
That's where the clunkiness can get it a little bit.
But that's what made it fun, though. Is like the clunkiness kind of made it have like really hilarious opportunities. At least for me, like I enjoyed it. Like I would actually shoot the horse.
It's always been that way when it comes to Grand Theft Auto games, man. Like just like the physics the physics they use, man, lead to some fucking weird, hilarious, random ass shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of just fun.
Yep.
Except every time you try and jump off a building, he jumps off face first.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing? Like he's diving like it's a fucking pool. Diving on the concrete.
Like I don't like Rockstar, man, they can make games pretty well, man, but like they're not that fucking good because like most of their games are never polished for shit.
I would say Max Payne 3 is probably still one of their baddest ass games ever made.
Man, I was thinking about snagging that the other day on Xbox there, fucking Silver, bro. Like, I want to go back and, like, replay it again, but I kind of don't.
It holds up. Like, I played it on the PC.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that it doesn't hold up. It just, you got to remember, dude, like, I still borderline love the first two games. And the third one is still sitting in my mind as it's a mediocre game.
The only thing I hated is, like, the ridiculousness of, like, when you're running along, and that's, like, in a lot of games, especially Uncharted. When you're like running along and they're like literally shooting like fucking hundreds of bullets at you or whatever, and you're not getting hit by any of them. It's just like okay, somehow every bullet just.
You're playing Die Hard. It's great.
So Dooley and Silver, let me ask you this question. Maybe you will, Flo, if you play. Have you guys played the Tomb Raider games, like the modern ones?
Yeah.
Okay, Flo, have you played the modern Tomb Raiders?
Not all of them. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so what would you say? What game has better gunplay? Would you say modern Tomb Raider or Uncharted has better gunplay?
Uncharted all day, every day.
Shit. Okay, Dooley.
Uncharted.
Okay, well I disagree on that, but okay. The next thing I want to ask is, as far as fucking, well, story automatically Uncharted wins that. Like
I'll tell you
Uncharted
why.
wins that immediately.
The mechanic that makes Tomb Raider so like kind of ridiculous is that stupid like little gravel that she does on the ground. Like you'll dodge and she'll like go on all fours and do like that monkey run on the floor and then get back up. You could dodge literally everything.
Wait, what?
Every
What
fucking
monkey
thing
run?
that comes.
I just remember, I just spammed the shit out of the dodge button, man. I don't remember walking on all fours like she's the fucking exorcist chick. The hell?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does like a little scuffle along the ground, like on all fours. Like you could scuffle out of like anything.
Instead of doing that, she should be doing fucking acrobatics and air flips like she used to.
Well, yeah, like
My
her,
problem with
yeah.
that fucking game. I hate how automatic shit is. Like when
Oh,
I
good.
walk on a log, I want to be able to fall
But
off
the
the log. I
origin
want
story,
to my
fucking
jump,
right?
time my jump, not to hold the button.
Hey, listen. I like Tomb Raider, man. Like, I especially love Rise, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Like I loved the shit out of that game. Like gameplay wise, story was dog shit.
Bro,
Story was
the
fucking
game-
dog shit.
Bro, it's generic trash. They could have made that game so much better. They could have made it so you got to like pull off wicked acrobatic moves and.
Oh
shit.
no, I agree with you on that. But like some of the set pieces though, like the ending of that game was fucking amazing. Like the
What are the
last
puzzles?
fucking area of the game was fucking intense as shit in that game.
Are there any puzzles where you gotta think on the go while you're like doing shit and like have action mixed with puzzle solving?
I think there was a couple, but like they're pretty easy to fucking figure out though.
Long story short, if Naughty Dog made a fucking Tomb Raider game, it would be way better.
It would be similar though.
Yeah,
Just a little bit
It would just
better.
have it would have better gameplay or better gunplay mechanics and a better story, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I'm
But I
good.
still think
want
I still believe that Nathan Drake can benefit from an actual bow. That's why I like Tomb Raider better.
No,
From a combat standpoint.
Make it more like a fucking game, not like a movie. Like I'm all for fidelity, but like I want gameplay. Like gameplay
But-
is still king at the end of the day. You
No,
still
it
gotta
is,
have
but
some way
apparently to
play.
some people that it's not. Like,
And then for them,
look, like here's the thing though, right? Like graphics, like I do agree on the aspect that graphics can definitely immerse a player better into the world that the game is trying to be. You know what I mean? Like I can understand that. Like I'm sure if the graphics looked like CG, like if Last of Us Part 2 came out looking like goddamn fucking cell shaded, like it's not gonna have the same kind of impact like to that of how the game looks now. You know what I mean? It's not gonna make that story feel more darker than it should be. You know what I mean? Like I personally wouldn't give a shit how it looks me personally, but to everybody else, yeah, like
Yeah, Hellblade's
yeah.
another example of that.
yeah, Hellblade,
Yeah.
yeah. If Hellblade didn't look the way that it looked, man, it wouldn't feel right. It just wouldn't
Hey,
feel
let me-
right.
okay,
If Hellblade had the same color palette as fucking Horizon, it wouldn't have the same effect.
No,
bro, we didn't even
No.
see any gameplay. That wasn't even gameplay as far as I'm concerned. What, you just throw a spear? That's not
Yeah, but
gameplay.
Oh
yeah,
god.
but that's
You
the
run and throw a spear. And you don't even aim the spear. You just push a button to throw the spear.
Oh,
Well,
They made
actually, no, they do aim it, but you just don't see
Yeah,
it.
I didn't see any fucking. I
it's
didn't see
cinemat-
her like actually aiming it. It looked
Yeah.
like it was all forced animation.
No, it's cinematic because they took off all that stuff to make it look more cinematic. Just like The Last of Us, you can turn all that shit off too to where it looks like a movie the whole time.
Yep.
That's all they did.
And
I'll tell you
people,
what-
and like Silver said earlier, and he's absolutely right. And like this is how I know, like a lot of people either don't remember Hellblade the first one or never played the first one. There's moments like that in the game. Yeah, minus that you still have like a reticule on your screen, but that do the exact same thing that trailer was fucking showing off. Like,
I
you know
didn't
what I mean?
study it that much, but it seemed pretty like everything seemed pretty.
It's on red.
right there.
It's on.
Yeah, there's parts. Yeah, there's parts in the first Hellblade that were like literally on rails.
But and still, I mean, that was one of my favorite storylines of all time.
All of it.
Oh yeah. Oh
I'll
yeah.
tell you a game that Fatal, if you haven't played it, dude, you need to see if it's on backwards compatibility. It's probably I always forget this when I talk about it, but when it comes to third-person shooters, one of the most underrated and best third-person shooters of all time was on the PS3 360 era. I forget the name of it, but it's the one. It's based on a graphic novel. They made a movie about it too. It's where you can curve bullets,
Oh, Wanted.
dude. That game.
That game is
Yeah,
I've never
garbage.
even heard of that. That's crazy.
What? That
Like,
game goes so
no,
fucking hard.
like okay. Well, yeah, that mechanic, that aspect of the game is the only reason why you would play that game.
Hell
Because
yeah!
you can come up with like some creative ways to kill your enemies and shit like that by curving like your bullets and stuff like that. But other than that, the game is shit.
No.
Like,
I
like-
love that game, dude. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I've played that game like 10 times over. I fucking love it.
right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, like
That mechanic,
there was a
multiplayer would
lot
be
of
phenomenal.
yeah, dude. Like, remember Stronghold, like John Woo Stronghold? I think that's what it was
hated that
called. Dude, that game.
I didn't
What?
like-
Yo, see, okay,
I-
right there. Like, fucking,
Yeah.
I love the shit out of that game, dude. That game was fun as shit, man.
I like what's the other one? The one that came out after that. Similar but way better. Shit.
Dead to Rights.
No.
I loved Dead to Rights Retribution. I don't give a fuck. As
Well,
shitty as
dog.
that game is, that game
Dog.
sucks. But that game has the funnest, most hilarious
Animation?
fucking animations
Smoke
and
rings in that
shooting
game, right?
mechanics, dude. Shoot, like,
And
dude, you can.
smoke rings in that, right?
You,
Like,
yeah,
just
you can
fucking-
literally be behind cover and blind fire and get a perfect headshot every time.
And you got a dog too, right?
Yep, yeah, dude. Like, yeah, I just had fun. I just had fun just fucking with the shitty AI. Like,
Sleeping
you know what I
Dogs
mean?
is also phenomenal.
Which one?
Sleeping Dogs.
Yes, Sleeping Dogs. Yes, Sleeping Dogs is very, very well done too. Yes, yes, yes. Because that was originally supposed to be the next fucking True Crimes, and then they
Right.
fucking changed it over to a fucking Sleeping Dogs instead.
Which I never played True Crimes.
True Crimes was awesome. Like the original one that came out on OG, Xbox, and PS2. That game was fire, dude. And they came out with the sequel with Snoop Dogg in it, and that one did pretty well.
So you know what'd be cool playing Hellblade on shrooms, man.
Shut up,
Hey.
Wolflo. Shut up,
with you,
Wolflo. Jesus Christ. Yo, that
I'm
would be a
with-
trip, though. That
You
would be a
did.
trip, man. Because those voices, man, when you're like it sucks that you really have to rock a good pair of headphones to really appreciate the sound quality of that game. But man, when you do, the payoff, the trade off is fucking amazing. Like I love
tell
the
you-
fact that I have two voices, one in my left and one in my right, and then someone's voice is like in both ears. Like, dude, it's so fucking well designed for the audio wise, man. It's fucking insane, man.
Oh, I gotta get my audio on for sure.
Have y'all downloaded the Radiohead game?
What?
It's free. It's the Radiohead game.
No,
Radiohead.
no, if that's on PS4, I haven't turned my PS4 on in months.
Cool.
Dude, that game. So I started playing. It's not really a game. You just like walk around and then like you're in really, really, really throwed off environments that are really trippy, and you have to try to figure out how to make the song play. But like there's music constantly playing, and they play music to where like when you're walking through different rooms, it blends together, but it's like rock kind of. It's really fucking awesome. But I'll stop playing it because I get off probation soon. And as soon as I do that, I'm getting some edibles and I'm playing that fucking game. It's gonna be great.
Good man, yo. I forgot. Yeah, you're into fucking edibles, man. I forgot you saying that on Twitter.